Okay, for the light fraction, we have this bucket that we took out the bottom and put in a nice fine mesh so water can pour through. What's there? And the chiffon, you know, the piece of fabric, there's my fabric. We call it a chiffon, that's why I keep saying that. I got it wet in the tank. I put it down low, as you can see, with enough space on all sides to clip it carefully. Here, we use a magnet. This magnet, it's pretty cool. He brought one day, and we put it on the side that goes against the tank. And so we have this down in here, and it's ready to go onto the next float. And one way we test how much is in there, still, how much is floating around, is we use these colanders, little colanders, and watch. You can see when I go like this, how there's still quite a bit of carbon in there. So we can just add it where it wants to be as part of the sample. We just help these pieces along as they're floating up and releasing from the mud. So I clean that in here so that we collect it all, part of the flotation system. Just collecting these. Some of them are quite big, really quite nice, quite effective. These very simple colanders, tea strainers. You can see a lot of things are still floating in the water, and that's the whole point, is to get it from the water to the chiffon. See that there's very little silt now. Things are much cleaner than it was muddy before. You can see that it's now much cleaner. We still have more to do. It's a bit, you know, we want to make sure all the silt is through, but we're basically done with that, and now we're going to put it through we're going to continue and clean this soil out. You can see the black on the surface here? It's waiting to come. Little black carbon pieces waiting to come. They float along. They're quite small, but they come up, and we help them along here, and we really test these to find out how much more we have to deal with. See, look at that. Look how much we released with that agitation. Sometimes they're big pieces, sometimes they're small, but you can see them floating. See them sitting there, waiting to go, little by little. And by using the tea strainers, we help them along, because they kind of like to hover down below the surface, really quite remarkably. So we do this until it's clean. Of course, we'll do the siphon in a minute or two, but we'll try and get the bulk of these out. See, there's a lot in this sample. Very nice. It's going to be hundreds of samples. So a lot of seeds in there. Very good. You see that? You would never see that in the excavation. This can go on for some time until it's clean. Meanwhile, down here, there's hardly any in this sample. Look at this. It's basically clean. You can see that. So basically, this is clean now. The bottom, the heavy fraction. So now we're just trying to get the carbon. We're trying to get the carbon into the light fraction, because this is pretty well clean. So the bottom is done. Now it's just all the material that's floating in the water. Look, you can't even see it, most of it. You can't see it. The water's murky from the sediment. But there it is. Look at that. Fantastic. Lots of stuff. So these are extremely cheap, very helpful, very useful extra additions that wasn't in the original SMAP system, but I find extremely effective and helpful and speeds things along. Okay, so sometimes the samples are very dirty with soil and roots, and when that happens, this can back up. It can just fill up really quickly. So what you want to do is keep the water flowing, as we're doing here, and kind of jiggle it, and that lets the soil pass through, and it cleans the sample, and it allows you never to back up and have it overflow, which is a total disaster. So you kind of just dance it like this and spray so that the sediment passes through. So besides just working with the soil, the water, and helping the carbon, sometimes it splashes on the side. So besides cleaning the chiffon down there, we also periodically clean the sides of the inner bucket here, just to keep everything clean and in the sample, so that everything goes that we want to have go. All the carbon goes into the inner bucket.